Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a beautiful enchanted forest. The trees were tall and majestic, their leaves sparkling like emeralds in the sunlight. The flowers bloomed in every color imaginable, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of honey and fresh pine. It was a magical place, where animals of all kinds lived in harmony, and everything seemed perfect. But the enchanted forest had a secret. Deep within its heart was a dark and mysterious cave, and inside this cave lived a grumpy old troll named Grizzle. Grizzle was not like the other creatures of the forest. He was mean, selfish, and never cared for anyone but himself. The animals feared him, and no one ever dared to go near his cave. One sunny morning, a young fox named Felix was playing with his friends, a squirrel named Squeaky and a rabbit named Hopper. Felix was small for his age, but he was clever and curious, always eager to explore new places. As they played near the edge of the forest, Felix heard a strange noise coming from the direction of Grizzle's cave. His friends immediately froze with fear. "That's Grizzle!" Squeaky whispered, her eyes wide with fright. "We should go back home." But Felix was too curious to turn back. "What if someone needs our help?" he asked. "We can't just leave them." "No one would go near that cave," Hopper said, shaking his head. "It's too dangerous." But Felix couldn't ignore the sound. It was a soft, sad cry, like someone was in trouble. "I'm going to see what's happening," he decided. "You can come with me or stay here." Squeaky and Hopper exchanged nervous glances, but they knew Felix was right. Reluctantly, they followed him as he cautiously approached the cave. The closer they got, the louder the cries became. Felix peeked inside the cave and saw something that made his heart ache. There, sitting on a pile of rocks, was a tiny, frightened bird with a broken wing. "Please, help me," the bird whimpered. "I can't fly, and I'm so scared." Felix's heart went out to the little bird. He turned to his friends. "We have to help her." "But what about Grizzle?" Squeaky squeaked. "He'll be furious if he finds us here." Felix knew Squeaky was right, but he couldn't leave the bird to suffer. "We'll be quick," he promised. "We just need to get her out of here." Carefully, Felix and Hopper helped the bird onto Squeaky's back, and the three friends quietly made their way out of the cave. But just as they were about to leave, a loud roar echoed through the cave. "Who dares enter my cave?" Grizzle thundered, stomping towards them. Felix felt his heart race with fear, but he stood his ground. "We're sorry, Mr. Grizzle," he said, trying to sound brave. "But this little bird was hurt, and we couldn't leave her here alone." Grizzle glared at them, his eyes narrowing. "Why should I care about a tiny bird?" he growled. "This is my cave, and you have no right to be here." The little bird trembled, but Felix stepped forward. "Because kindness is what makes our forest beautiful," he said boldly. "We all need to take care of each other, no matter how small or different we are." For a moment, Grizzle looked like he was about to explode with anger. But then something unexpected happened. He looked at the little bird, so fragile and scared, and something softened in his eyes. "I used to be kind, too," Grizzle muttered, almost to himself. "But no one ever cared about me. That's why I live alone." Felix saw a glimmer of sadness in Grizzle's expression and realized that the troll wasn't as mean as he seemed. "Maybe you don't have to be alone anymore," Felix said gently. "You could help us take care of the forest. We'd be happy to have you as our friend." Grizzle hesitated, his grumpy exterior wavering. "You'd really want to be friends with an old troll like me?" he asked, his voice softer.